gonna see Charles. You know?
Yeah.
She's about to do some errands, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. He sits like he's sitting on dick.
I don't think this is how I would personally sit on dick.
Hey man, if
Going out and like talking to people and getting energized more. You know, it's almost like a reverse curse technique, if I do say so
Okay.
myself. Welcome back. We're two uncut boys.
two uncut boys.
Uncut in the head. We're not wearing a hat today, and we're uncut down there too.
Exactly.
So,
Actually, then we're cut here. We're not wearing.
cut. Yeah, because we cut our hair.
Now
yeah,
we don't
yeah.
have. I mean, cut the hair, but also we don't have the extra layer that we usually do, which is a hat or
Ah,
something.
I
So
see.
we're
I
cut
see.
up here, but
Yeah.
uncut down there.
We're uncut down there. So we're just the juxtaposition. That was the whole reason we did this.
This is balance.
Yeah.
This is the balance we bring to the universe.
Yeah. So we're back. We're back for another episode. Welcome back to the MYT podcast. We hope you've had a nice week. Hope you haven't struggled too much without an episode. Don't worry, it's coming. It's probably already out.
Imagine, but that's the day you know we made it. Where people go feral for our content.
Yeah, they're like, oh,
like, bro, put out
finally,
more. Please.
Finally, I got something to eat lunch too.
Yes. Oh my God. I want to hear more about their crazy hear me outs. Their deep discussion about human animal hybrids.
I feel like our lives have had enough whimsical situations going on where we could probably really capitalize off of it. In the sense of like, I feel like we've got a very unique upbringing in the sense of like the shit that we've said to each other.
Oh, right.
And the shit that we've done together. We haven't done anything crazy, don't worry. But like we could really capitalize on we could really capitalize on that, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like we could.
No, we
If
we
could get some good storytelling out there, we could really
For sure. Yeah.
we can tell the story well.
Our lore goes deep.
Yeah,
But it's also like we gotta keep
it goes deep.
Yeah. But we gotta keep expanding on it.
Yeah,
That's
for real.
the hard part.
We gotta like
People reach adulthood and they like dwell on the fact that they had such good young lives.
exactly, but we gotta keep doing shit.
Exactly.
You know? But I think we've had plenty of things happen to us.
We do. My
Even in
memory is
our
just
adult life. No, literally,
shot.
memories fucking ass.
Yeah.
And that's why we can't remember it.
Yeah, I literally can't actively recall. I've had instances where friends will come up to me and be like, yo, bro, remember that time? And it's like a diabolical story. And
for
I'm
real.
like, wait,
I
that
was
happened?
like, when did that even happen? But then they'll say the most random part of the memory that you wouldn't even expect someone to remember.
Yeah.
And then that will jog my memory.
Exactly.
And then I'll remember it.
Yeah. It's like, oh, remember you said that crazy thing? And I'm like, that sounds like me, but I don't remember saying that.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's just shitty memory, honestly. It's so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah. But no, we done some shit back in the day, you know.
Yeah, we be doing shit.
Yeah.
We be doing shit.
Yeah, man. And I feel like
Don't
we
ask
could
us what.
expand
Can't
on the lore. We could expand on the lore
Yeah.
in the sense where we're almost talking about what's going through our heads, which we wouldn't have known at the time, and then we can find out about.
Yes, it's a little review,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
post game review. You know what I'm saying?
That said, I wanted to segue into our first topic today.
okay.
Speaking of the lore of our past lives,
Hmm.
we're gonna let you into a little bit of more recent lore.
Ah, okay.
A couple of days ago, we may have witnessed an affair taking place
Yep. Full blown
in
adult.
real life.
It's honestly surreal seeing it happen.
Literally,
It's like one of those
IRL,
things,
bro.
It's one of those things where you hear about it so much
Mm-hmm.
through entertainment or whatever, and you kind of get desensitized.
Yeah.
So you're like,
Also,
yeah,
you-
people cheat and people
Yeah.
do this shit.
But you never like.
You never see it.
It's almost you have like a disconnect from the fact that it can happen in real life.
exactly.
You know. But then when you see it, so it makes it when you see it, it's like that much more exciting to see from a third person's perspective.
Yep.
I wouldn't wish this on anybody.
No,
but
of
the
course.
fact that this shit is
terrible.
happening in front of our eyes is crazy.
It's content, baby. It's content.
Literally, we were sitting outside. We were just enjoying the sun yesterday, a couple of days ago, on our balcony, and we witnessed what we could only assume is now we don't know. This is really all of this entire story we're about to tell you is purely an MYT fact. We don't know whether it's true or not, and I'm not
We
about
can't
to
even
say
say it's an MYT. It's just
it's just
our
speculation.
fantasy.
Yeah, it's just
Actually, no.
speculation.
We'll
for
let
real.
you guys decide
Yeah,
whether there's any merit to the story
Exactly.
and the thing that we're trying to claim here.
but
But
we
we'll
were
say it, yeah.
we were sitting and seeing it, and then we literally both was like, "Yo, let's talk about this on the
Yeah,
pod."
yeah.
Obviously, keeping everyone's
Of course, yeah. We don't even
identities.
know. Who
Yeah,
they
we don't
are,
even know
to
who
be
they are
honest.
really. But but yeah. Well, let's get started. Let's get started on the story.
Go ahead, bro.
You want me to cover it?
We'll split it into 2 acts.
Okay.
You describe the first act, which is when
Okay.
we first saw them,
Okay.
and then I'll describe.
Oh, you're gonna put my
happened?
storytelling skills to the test. All right,
Yes, sir.
fine,
Yes,
fine.
sir. Of course.
I'm not good at that. I'm not good at telling stories out loud, but we'll see how this goes.
You tell stories better when you don't say them out loud.
No, when I'm
Just
writing.
in your head. Oh, in your head. Okay,
You
okay.
fucking idiot.
I can just imagine him just quiet, and he's like, "Banger story." Yeah.
You know what? That too.
Okay.
I'll literally be alone and I'll
Yeah.
think of like a story. I'm like, shit, that's a fire story. Like, yeah, but too bad I'm so bad at saying it out loud.
Yeah, I mean, it's like slight tangent, but it is so weird when you think of a concept in your head. It makes so much sense to you, almost to the point where you think you have the words to describe what exactly you're thinking.
Yeah.
But then when you actually try and say it out loud, it's like, well, fuck, I don't know anymore.
Yeah, exactly. It was almost as if the surety, I don't know if that's a word, but
Yeah.
the sureness that you had of that story in your head starts to like dissolve as you say it out loud.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's crazy. It's
weird.
happened to me so many times.
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway,
sorry. Go on.
Back
First
to this
act.
back to this
First
story.
act.
So it was a crisp summer day. It wasn't. It was a crisp spring day, and it was sunny. You don't really see sun around these parts.
Now
that
we've
much,
been
you know,
blessed
where-
for a good
where
2
we're-
weeks.
Yeah, where we're located, the sun. I mean, it's unfortunately the end of it now. It was raining today, but
Yeah.
we had some good sun, and we decided, hey, why don't we just sit outside and enjoy the sun a little bit? Just sit back in our lounge. We had some lounge chairs. Let's just sit back and enjoy the fucking sun. So we went out and sat out, enjoyed the sun, had a little chat about just random shit as we do, and we see something strange. We saw something very strange. This is around a week ago.
Yeah.
Incredibly strange. We see 2 people, but 2 people that you wouldn't expect to be with each other. To be walking beside each other, unless it was under the guise of friendship. But nevertheless, we see it. We see a Caucasian male. And when I tell you there was no doubt in hell that he was Caucasian, there was no doubt in hell that this man was Caucasian. This guy does not season his food 100%. He's put in salt and pepper on his chicken. It's
Maybe not anymore.
not anymore. Maybe yes. That's true. That's true.
Sorry, proceed.
So-
Proceed.
He's seen walking to a vehicle that is
Describe this man. Describe.
okay.
So
this
paint a
is
picture for the
this is a man. Maybe I'd say I'm giving a conservative guess here. Maybe in his 50s, 60s.
Yeah.
He's Caucasian man. I don't know what he's looking for in life, but he's your average run of the mill old Caucasian man. Now he's
the type of guy you'd spot in Thailand.
I don't know the reference there, but yeah,
post
if y'all know, you know.
divorce,
If y'all
white
know,
dads
yeah.
in Thailand.
If y'all know, you know.
Yeah.
So he is walking towards a vehicle. Now I'm not going to describe the vehicle. That'll be too much information. Walking towards a vehicle with someone. Now this someone you'd think is his wife. You'd think maybe it's his friend, his girl. Who knows? The thing that stood out to us was that this woman was not also a Caucasian woman. This was an Asian woman, as in our Asian, I guess, like our side of Asia,
Yes. Yes.
the south of Asia.
Yeah.
Now, once again, no issues there. What would it matter? Like, interracial couples all the time. However, this woman was wearing a hijab. Caucasian man was walking her over to her car, and they then before it was the woman with the hijab's vehicle, and before they left each other, before she got in the vehicle and drove away, they exchanged a very loving hug with each other. Now, I wish we could do this on the podcast
No,
so
we
you
don't
can
have
see,
to
but we
reenact
don't
this,
have
man.
to reenact it.
I'll play a gif of a loving hug.
It was loving. It was like that type of hug you give to someone that you really care for, you know?
You don't want to leave them type of hug, you know?
Yeah, and the rub in the back, you know, like sometimes, you know, when you do that kind of hug where rather than put your arms around them like this, you put it around like this, and you have it like parallel to their back. That's the kind of hug it was, and that's more of a. If you know about hugs, if you all know about hugs, it's got more vigor and love to it, you know. Then she gets in her car and she drives away. Naturally, we assumed the worst case, that this lady was having an affair with this Caucasian man, because it's not a relationship pairing you see very often.
But also, what are the odds that, you know, this person doesn't live with their partner? Like, if they were together.
Yeah. Now they are in their older age, so you would expect that.
Yeah.
Might expect them to be a bit more settled, live together. Also, you don't see this type of pairing very often. Someone like, in general, you don't see interracial pairings too often, but
at that age,
for sure. So seeing this white man, then she's not living with this lady, them hugging each other, she's getting in the car, driving off. He's walking her off and waving to her as she's driving off, as she's taking a turn.
Literally, he kept looking back and waving, and he's waving too.
And this was one of them, like, leg swinging waves, you know, like, you know when you like someone and you start swinging your legs on the bed, you know, this was, imagine that translated into a wave. That's what I was seeing.
Yeah.
And my co-host here immediately jumped to the conclusion that they were having an affair.
I did, yes.
And then I joined in because it was fun.
Yeah.
So it was fun to guess.
It's one of those things you do when you're just watching people and you create stories around them.
Yeah, we were people watching and we created a story
but
around these people.
In all reality, we kind of just chalked it down to like, maybe they're just friends.
Exactly. This was the first act. We thought they're probably just friends, and we kind of joked around about the fact that they might be having an affair. Anyway, that was the first act. Okay, we saw white male, brown female who was wearing a hijab, walk to a car together. He sees her off, waves at her. They look like they kind of fuck with each other in that way.
Yeah.
Anyways, we go back inside. We don't think much of it.
We actually forgot about it. I forgot about it.
I did too. I didn't even think about it. And then the following week came along. And I'll let my co-host here explain that.
All right.
It's quite a long-winded way of me.
Here we go. Act 2. So again, beautiful day outside. We decide, you know, let's take advantage of it. We sit outside to soak in the sun. And again, we're having a chat. We're looking around. And just all of a sudden, the same location, this exact same location, the two of them, we spot the two of them. And they're just walking and they were holding hands.
Right. I didn't even notice that.
They were holding hands.
They were holding hands.
And that's what, in my mind, was like, this might be a bit beyond friendship.
Yeah.
Either it is friendship and they're like pals from fucking way back when, or something else is going on. But anyway, I digress. So we see them holding hands and they're walking, and she's carrying some bags. He's carrying a backpack, and they're walking towards her car again. And her car is parked in the exact same position as it was last time. Consistency, you know, crazy. So they walk up to the car. My co-host and I we couldn't keep our mouths shut. We were just yapping away, being like, yo, what the fuck? That's crazy. I was like, yo, you're looking at them. It's them again. And I'm pretty sure because we're not that far off from where she parked her car.
Yeah, I think
we're like a
probably
floor
close.
above.
Yeah, yeah.
So we can see everything crystal clear, and they can see
Yeah.
us crystal clear.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure they heard some whispering, and the guy looked at you.
It
I think you
looked at both of us.
He looked at both
Just
of us. You
of
made
us,
eye
yeah.
contact with him.
I think I glanced at him
Yeah.
temporarily. Yes.
Yeah. And then this brother just changed the subject all of a sudden to try and seem nonchalant about it.
He's like, yeah, look at that. I was
He's like,
literally
yo,
it was the
what's-
most shitty subject change. I was like, look at that tree over. That tree's hella nice.
Yeah, that tree is hella nice.
My brother here caught on. I respect you for that. Respect you for
of
that
course,
because
bro,
you caught on.
Of course. And I was like, yo, what is that, a flight? What the fuck? Anyway, so we were fucking around. In the meantime, they were putting all of her stuff that they were carrying in the back of the trunk. And then I was like, oh, why does he have a backpack? Maybe he's going with her. Maybe they do live together or whatever.
Yeah.
Turns out it was her backpack because he put that in the boot of the trunk as well, or in the trunk as well. And then they do the same loving hug.
They do.
This time, although this time I felt a bit more friendliness because she patted his back like, you know, you do when you're patting a maid or someone you don't really care about, you know?
Yeah.
I felt that, but maybe I don't know.
Maybe she was pulling away a bit.
Maybe she was.
Maybe someone was catching on to her in her in her
Yeah.
personal.
Yeah. Maybe she got bored of him. She was like, all right, George, I'm done. She's like, yeah, finito, it's okay. You don't season your chicken. I've been trying to teach you.
I'm
bro.
tired of salt and pepper on
Fuck
my
this
shit, bro.
Anyway, so they exchange a hug, and again, she sits back in the car, drives right off.
And he's walking as she's driving, waving at her, the leg swinging wave again. It was like they were reenacting the first time that we saw them for us.
It was.
We're the main characters.
Yeah, we're the main characters. But the thing is, like, it felt routine.
Yeah.
Routine that people that cheat get into.
That's what I'm saying. And at that point in time when we saw it, it solidified in our head that they were having an affair.
Yeah.
Maybe the guy was living alone. Who knows? We don't know his background and his history.
Probably is, because we can see his place from our
That
house.
is a crazy thing to admit. Though.
No.
We just happen to see him. That's it.
Yeah. We continue because we were still on the balcony. We were chit chatting.
Yeah.
And then in the corner of my eye, I saw some movement in like one of the buildings,
Yeah,
and I was
yeah.
like, "Oh shit, it's him!
Mm-hmm.
He lives here." I thought he was living somewhere far away, and they would just walk into the car, but he lives very close to us, and we can see him. And it looked like he was the only person living in that house. So we can safely assume that he is single.
Yes.
I've never seen, from that point on, I take a look every now and then just to see what he's
That's
up to.
crazy.
But I don't see anything. I just see him moving around. I haven't seen a single person since then. And so it's safe to assume he's living alone. Now, what she's up to, I don't know.
We don't know.
Maybe they're not even cheating. Maybe they're both single.
Exactly.
And they're just dating.
They're just dating.
There's a very good chance that's
However, the odds of that being what's actually going on is little to none. Given the context, given the cultural taboo of it. And we know to some extent. You know, we're well aware about just that side of Asia, the cultural taboos that surround that. We know, we've had friends who've experienced it. And it's
so based on the information we have,
based on our own the context of areas we've grown up in as well, and spaces we've been around, this is an affair, we saw it with our own fucking eyes, and let me tell you, it was the most surreal thing to witness.
It felt like I hadn't been alive until that point.
Genuinely,
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so hard to describe because you go by life hearing about these things, just things in general, cheating, you know, like fucking, I don't know, people dying. I don't want to get morbid, but I can't think of anything. But like things that you often just hear about, but never really experience and get to see.
To witness it firsthand.
To see it with your own fucking eyes is insane to me.
I hope
Actually, no. I've seen cheating at parties. Because I
I've
know
never.
someone is, partnered up,
But
like
for
they're in a
some reason, it's not
relationship.
even that. It's a cheating at a party is such like a. It feels like a much more common occurrence than
Yes.
an affair out in the like just in everyday
yeah,
life.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
I think it's
think
also
about
the
it.
age bracket
Exactly.
this is happening in.
Right, exactly. But think about it this way: if you were to see someone cheating at a party, oh, sorry, let me rephrase it. What would be more shocking to you? Seeing someone cheat at a party or seeing someone who you know is in a relationship walk out and about in your local town center holding another girl's hand? What would be more shocking to you? Let us know in the comments. For me, it'd be the latter for sure. And that's
Yeah.
why when looking at this, we were like, what the fuck?
It
And
was.
what I think what made it even better for us was the fact that both of us just enabled each other's thoughts. It wasn't
Yeah.
even it wasn't even that like I could have sat there on my own and thought, oh my god, an affair, no way.
Yeah, yeah.
And I wouldn't have anybody to tell it to. I'd probably tell it to my friends or whatever. We were just enabling each other's thoughts, which
We
made
were
the entire
observing the same thing at the same time
Exactly.
and had the exact same thought process behind
and,
what was
and,
happening.
and we were literally just it became more real the more we discussed it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now we believe it.
We fully believe it. In
Like-
act one, we kind of just dismissed it. We were
Exactly,
like,
yeah,
what the
yeah.
fuck? We don't know. It was fun to like.
it was
just
like
think
it was
about
like a little people watching thing.
It was
that
a thought
we
experiment in a way,
we
yeah.
extrapolated on the information we had available just
Yeah,
for fun.
exactly,
just for
exactly.
some fun. But the second time,
the second time. What are the odds? Like what are the odds we see the same two people do the
Yeah.
same thing again?
and it was a different time of day.
A different
It
time,
wasn't like it.
completely.
So
It was still a weekend.
And
Actually,
that-
no,
it was a
It was a
weekday.
weekday.
also that makes it seem even more believable that it could be an affair.
Yes.
Let me tell you why.
Okay, go ahead.
Because they may be trying to meet at different times so as to not alert the significant other, to not for it to not seem routine. You know?
Yes.
Oh, I'm going out to run some errands, babe. Meanwhile, errands is like Charles. She's gonna see Charles. You know?
Yeah.
She's about to do some errands, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Aaron's is a 50-year-old
Yeah,
dude
yeah.
that wears flannels.
You know?
Yeah, nah, that's fucking insane, man. Like, I couldn't believe my eyes. And yeah. Like the odds of it happening again.
Yeah.
It's fun to like make up stories and like,
Of
yeah.
course, yeah. But then
know,
to see it happen
To
twice
see
is
your
crazy.
story that you came up with
Yeah.
get substantiated in front of your very eyes is like, it's bliss. I don't even know how to describe that feeling. It's like guessing lottery numbers.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
for real.
You're like, what are the odds? I
Yeah.
called it.
But it was just, yeah, it was a crazy thing to witness.
It was.
And if we witness it again,
It
then
would
I
be-
think
it's-
then I think in our heads it'll be solidified that
yeah.
it is an affair.
It's a done deal if
But
we see it
in
again.
reality, if we're looking at it in real life,
Yeah.
they're probably just friends. They're probably just
Maybe.
chilling. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to go and speculate.
Yeah, no.
At the end, this is all just a figment of our imagination. Who
It
knows
is.
if it's real or not?
It is. Until we see it a third time.
Take it with a grain of, take it with a full block of salt. This shit, they're probably just friends, really.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
ain't trying to
We were
accuse
just
nobody or
having fun.
nothing.
We were
We were
just
just
having
having fun. But yeah, that was a very interesting thing that happened to us. Like,
Yeah, I
Not
want
to
to do
us, but we just, like-
more people watching.
yeah, we should just go outside and sit down and be
Just-
like, make up stories. Be like, yo, we saw this one.
Just see people's routines.
Yeah.
Because I think people are very like textbook when it comes to at least the weekdays.
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Because I see the same motherfuckers walking around the
Yeah,
roads.
When I'm like on trains and stuff, I see
Yeah.
the same faces when I'm going to work, and yeah,
Yeah.
it's very routine. People
is-
sort of
it's-
see the same me as well.
Because
probably.
yesterday when we went into town, we went to Boots.
Yeah,
And I saw one of the people working there yesterday. And I just made a mental note because she was just walking around.
yeah.
And I saw that exact same woman today in town off shift.
Oh,
Just like out and about as a civilian. And I was
to
like,
be honest,
"Whoa."
in the town we live in is quite.
It's really small.
It's small. It's
more-
big, but like you'll be surprised at how many people you end up noticing, like that you've seen before.
Yeah, it's small in the sense that at least the core functionalities around the town, like the shopkeepers, the people that work in shops and stuff like that, they stay fairly consistent.
Yeah, they do. For real.
Like the Tesco in town has had the same woman work the cash register for like years now.
For real, bro.
Like I know her from fucking when I was in school. I think like if you actively try and get involved with your community, it could be interesting.
For real.
You know, hearing about these people's stories.
Yeah, we talked about it. We kind of want to like just start to kind of just get to know the locals around here.
Yeah.
You know, talk to them and shit. My social anxiety could never, but one day.
Yeah. I feel like the other person somehow has to make the first move.
Yeah.
For me to feel comfortable.
I think I could definitely talk to them. I'd have to like feel. Do you remember how I told you? I think I mentioned this on a previous episode. Like I supercharged my
your social battery.
My social battery one time, and it never recovered. If it could reach that supercharge level one more time, I think I could like hit the ground running a bit, you know, and keep it supercharged. Like make sure I'm just going out and like talking to people and getting energized more. You know, it's almost like a reverse curse technique, if I do say so myself. If my JJK fans out there, you'll know. You know, a reverse curse technique that that I'm an introvert, but the reverse curse technique will reverse my energy output, and I'll be energized when I'm speaking to people. You know what I mean? Yeah. Y'all know.
Yeah, that's the most.
Y'all know though. Y'all know. Shut the fuck up. Y'all know.
Fucking millennia, bro. That's crazy.
Oh, bro, listen. I'm a fan of JJK.
No.
I got a JJK varsity jacket, yo. Like,
he does.
That's my shit, man.
He does.
I'll wear it one day.
Yeah. Like just knowing how long we've lived in this city, I felt like maybe I should have just known more people. On like a one-to-one basis.
Yeah, but you can never really guess that you wanted to do those things as a kid. Like you didn't want to do it when you were younger. So like
yeah,
you know,
and also I'm not very consistent with just life in general. Yeah. Like I don't frequently visit places. Nowadays I do. Like I go to the same Tesco or Co-op to shop, and so I do interact with people. But nowadays, like you don't even have to talk to a cashier. You just fucking self-checkout and dip.
Yeah.
You don't make eye contact with anyone. You go into the store, you put everything in your basket and pay and leave.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But I find when you do like, I would never, this is the thing, yeah. When I think about cashier and I think about, yo, how's your day been? I'm like, they probably don't want to hear that. They probably just want to put this shit in a bag and leave.
No, it's a case by case basis. Like, some of them are very open to chatting because they're so bored. And they're just down to talk. Like
I tend to notice that older people are a bit more open to
for
chatting
sure.
Yeah. I think they've lived life, like a lot of life, and they've had their own sort of period where they weren't so.
Which is why they might even be more prone to cheating. A little psychological nugget to chew on. Just off the top of the dome, we just figured this out right now naturally. No, but you're right. Older people definitely like want to share more. I feel like they reach a point where they want to give out now.
And it's weird because I feel like we're probably gonna go through that same thing as well, where we go through that kind of bout of like where we feel our connections getting a bit further away. And then we, in order to sort of like reinvigorate that sort of social part of our life, we start sharing more with people that we don't necessarily know, obviously not in a bad way, but
I think it's also isolated older people. Like people whose families are probably far away or like don't even, talk to them as much anymore. Like they're more willing to just strike up conversations with passerbys.
It's
sad, but at least like if you entertain it, they have a good time. You learn something new.
I have a good time, bro. I like speaking to people for real.
I would want to like when I reach that age, I want people to like talk to me and then reminisce about me. Remember that old dude?
Yeah,
like,
for real.
He was so cool. He gave me so much wisdom. He changed my life for real.
Like I kind of want to be that kind of old dude who's hella fucking stylish at that age, and they'd be like, "Damn, bro, that guy dressed well." And I talk to them on parts of wisdom about them. I listen, everybody's following.
Talk to you
trends.
about Jordan. So the original Jordan logo had the R&D together.
For real, I would if there were some sneakerheads, yo. Like there were some young sneakerheads who were
kids,
really about the culture. I would impart that wisdom onto them. And also, I just want to be like, yo, listen, man, people are following trends. One day y'all realize that you just gotta
Don't
do
be the
you,
sheep,
you know?
be the shepherd.
Yeah, it's just listen, everybody's on Japanese salvage denim right now. Listen, all you need is one good pair, okay? That's the whole point of the denim, all right? That'll be me.
Denim's like fine wine; it ages really
Yeah.
well. So
You know, for it ages as you wear it, you get a unique pattern and wear on the jeans, and I need you to understand that if you have 4 pairs of Japanese salvage denim, then you have no time or space to actually get any age on them because you won't wear them enough.
and you're just meanwhile you're just at passport control. He's like, "Sir, I just need your passport."
Oh no, I'm just
You're like, "Ah, shit, my
feel like
bad,
Joe
my
just
bad."
put the fries in the bag. Bro.
Yeah, they're like, "This dude." Hey, whose grandpa's lost? Can someone get their grandpa? Unwanted wisdom. Nah. The closest I got to like having a somewhat of a connection was with a Tesco cashier.
Oh, dope. Yeah.
Like there was a dude that was tweaking. So I wasn't self checkout. I was just doing my thing, and there was a dude tweaking, and he was like shaking his hands trying to buy something.
Yeah.
And there's like older, I think Filipino lady.
Yeah.
I'm just guessing by her accent. So she like kind of poked her head out of the counter and she was like, "Hey, I have my earphones in." She was like, "Hey, excuse me." And I didn't listen the first 2 times, and then for whatever reason I kind of looked to the side, and then she was like, I was like, "Oh shit, sorry. What's happening?" And she was like, "Oh, could you scan your? Do you have a club card?" I was like, "Yeah, I do." He was like, "Oh, could you scan it for this gentleman?" I was like, "Fine, I get more points." Fuck it."
Yeah.
So I scanned it, and then he got the discount, and he left. And I was like, Was he okay?" Like,
Yeah.
she's like, "Yeah, people like that come every day." And I was like, "Wow, must get rough."
Yeah.
And she was like, "I don't have to deal with it for any longer. My shift ends in like an hour."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh shit, it must get worse." And I just started like asking her questions and striking up a
Yeah.
conversation. She seemed so excited to just talk to someone normal.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I'm assuming
Weird.
she sees like the most tweaked out
Yeah,
people
yeah.
that are probably there to just rob the store, kind of like low key. But yeah, just like a normal person talking to her, I'm sure she felt good. I could see
Nah,
like
nah,
her
for real.
face like seemed happy.
That's good, man.
And that made me happy
That's
to
that's
talk to her.
weirdly.
I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
"Oh shit,
weirdly
you like
sweet.
talking
Yeah,
to me? Okay,
yeah,
fine, we
yeah,
can talk."
for real, bro.
We can talk.
If someone seems like enthusiastic to speak to me,
Yeah.
I'll be willing to talk to them. You know?
Yes.
When I'm like on my own, I'm usually just I have a pretty straight face and I'm just got my headphones in and I'm minding my own business. But I'm actually an incredibly approachable person. I think not from looks wise, but from when you actually speak to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when
So
I don't.
So
look
you're not
approachable.
really approachable, but if someone approached you, then it would be worth it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you ever see me out and about, don't. If y'all are watching right now,
Yeah.
and we get famous, or we this podcast takes off,
Yeah.
and you're watching this episode in the past, I probably don't want that. So just don't do it.
Yeah.
But now,
I mean, if
sure,
you're
yeah.
respectable, it's fine. Like,
Yeah.
but
yeah,
I
obviously,
think
yeah.
people, well, not specific to us, but like fans in general of celebrities need to fucking pick up on social cues.
For real,
Like
man.
there's a time and
Oh.
a place, and you can usually with 99% certainty tell when a person doesn't want to be approached.
Like you hear so many like artists speaking about it in their music as well.
Yeah,
like how they
yeah.
don't fuck with this, especially like Tyler fans. You all are,
I think
y'all are
there's like
fucking ridiculous.
it's this weird entitlement that comes with it. It's like, "Oh, you're an artist. We made you. Like, so you owe us this."
I don't think it's. I think it's more so that the
With the extreme
the
ones.
the development of the parasocial relationship gets
Yeah.
so far
Mm.
it to a point where they feel like they know you because of how much of your persona you put out there.
I mean,
But
there's
what they
definitely that.
don't understand is this is just a part of you.
Yeah.
It's an incredible. The reason artists who are big are partially is because their personality. They
Yeah.
just have an incredibly rich personality which you vibe with, but you don't even know any other side of them. And they understand that, but you don't, because you think the part you're seeing is not you. I mean,
Yeah, I
because
know.
people like you think the part you're seeing is all of them, but it's not. So you don't know them, and you should treat them as such. You know?
Yeah. I mean, there's parasocial as well, but
Yeah.
I definitely see the argument of like, oh, they just owe us this being thrown around as
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
rebuttal.
yeah.
Like,
No,
oh,
that's
you
very
you
true.
chose
Yeah.
this field, you chose to be famous, so of course you're gonna get approached by fans. And it's like,
It's
are
crazy.
you guys thinking?
Yeah.
Like, use a fraction of your brain and
Genuinely,
you'd
and
realize
that-
that how dumb that sounds.
it's one of those things which I don't think I'd be able to navigate very well
No.
if I had that level of like
Yeah.
notoriety. Just walking outside and then people just knowing who you are, like I'm
I mean,
not
knowing
used to
is
that.
fine, but like when they hound you and there's no
That's
real
natural.
way of
If
like
they know who you are,
yeah.
they probably would hound you.
Like
in
okay,
that
see
level.
again that I can understand where people come nicely, you know, even if you don't want to be approached in that moment. If someone comes up to a celebrity nicely, and if I was in that celebrity's position, and they're like, "Hey, I'm a huge fan. Could I just take a quick picture?"
Oh
together?
yeah, that's calm. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yo, okay, fine.
Yeah,
Like
sure.
I obviously not in the right mood, don't want to be approached, but you're being nice. That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. I think in that case it would be fine. But then once again, they have full.
When the fucking foamy mouth motherfuckers come up.
They also, I feel like celebrities or just anyone of influence who's well known has
Yeah.
a full right to say no, even if you do come up nicely.
Exactly.
Motherfuckers don't understand that.
They're all people at the end of the day, and it's like you
Motherf-
put them
yeah.
up on such a high
Yeah,
pedestal
yeah.
that you stop treating them as a human, and it's so bizarre to me. It's so bizarre. Like you worship this person.
It is almost like it is. You can kind of draw parallels to God, like how people.
It is
like,
which makes
treat
me
God.
think it's so ridiculous if like the people that do believe in God actually met God. Like how the
They'd be like,
fuck-
yo, God, let me get a.
yo God, oh,
Yo,
your biggest
God,
fan.
let me get a selfie, God. Hey, and they already got their damn camera. Like, yo,
I mean,
here.
those ones are fine. The fucking people that are like, yo, that's not fair. I prayed for that girlfriend that time, you know? I went to the temple every day of the week.
Do you know what? Do you know what though?
And you know what you
In
did
this,
to me?
in this case, right?
She said I was chopped hus.
In
How are you going to
that-
make up for that?
In that case,
Yeah.
I wouldn't blame people because of how much actual suffering there is on this planet.
Right. I mean,
know?
that's getting into like the logistics of what God is.
I know. But if you're talking about a girl, like, I wish for a girlfriend, you give me one, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But if you're like, yo, this motherfucker is dying.
I spoke
What
from
you
my
do?
personal experience.
I got chopped hus.
Fuck, they call me chopped hus.
Yeah. But I can just imagine, like, if God was like on Earth and famous, oh my God, he'd have the worst time, bro. She, whoever, you know, would have the worst time. Whatever incarnation of God
Ariana Grande.
was on. Yeah. They'd be like, yo, look at me with an OG.
It's just a bright light in the
Yeah.
fucking background blinds everything.
We out here with
We
God.
out here. What's good, God?
Praise be to the Most High, for real. I'm like that. Hey, W's in the chat for God, guys.
God, what you say in Genesis? That shit was fire.
Yo, Psalm 52 or whatever, that was some fire ass shit.
Bro, God.
Imagine then the God's like, yo, get that camera on my face. Paparazzi like, yo,
they-
God.
They try to touch God, they just perish. Fucking warped out of existence.
Paparazzi like, God smites individual in local Tesco.
Oh, Trump announces war against God.
God at Trump's inauguration.
Trump introduced tariffs against God. No more prayers. 120% more tax on prayers.
God retaliates with puts the United States in
Not
a-
just
a
God
permanent-
kills Trump. The tariff war has ended. Oh man,
It's funny as hell.
how did we get here?
It's one of them tangent episodes, man.
It is one
We
of those
just
tangent episodes.
this is old MYT.
Good old days, grassroots type shit.
Mm-hmm. My legs up here. Sorry. I sit in weird positions. Sometimes it just makes me feel more comfortable. But,
Yeah. He sits like he's sitting on dick. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think this is how I would
This is-
personally sit on
Hey
dick.
man, if you read Kama Sutra, that'd be one of them.
Personally, this is not
Page
what I
number 69.
see. He seems a lot more well versed in all that
Yeah,
than
of course.
I do.
Of course,
So-
I read, bro. If you
Yeah,
don't know
because he
Kama
loves sitting
Sutra,
on dick. I mean, hey, whatever.
you don't know Kama Sutra.
I mean, I know of it.
you know of it.
I'm
but
not
you don't-
looking
do
at
you
the
know-
position. I'm
do
not
you know it?
concentrating on the positions where you're sitting.
What
on
is the
dick.
point of knowing it then, bro?
Why? Listen, I know general. Listen.
You
I
gotta know all the positions so you can instruct your partner to take part in them.
What if they already know? Why?
if they know,
why
then
am I
that's
telling
good.
them what to do?
If
you
they know, then that's good.
Yeah, maybe they. I mean, the ones that I'm with, sure, I'm gonna assume they already know.
Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
I guess.
Verify that, guys. Fact check. Fact check.
But
Drop in the comments whether yay or nay,
also,
cap or no cap.
also, this would not be an optimal way to do it for me personally. If
I
I
see.
would, but
If
we're
you
not
were
gonna
to
get
sit
into
on
that. Yeah. We're not gonna get into that. But
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, catching up with MYT. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da.
We already have an intro, bro.
Catching up with MYT. And we're back for another catching up.
We haven't done this in
We
a
haven't
minute.
done it in ages.
So this would actually be
ages,
a
yeah.
good, valid catching up.
It is, yes. I mean, I feel like this is what the segment should be.
It
You
should
know?
be, yeah.
It should be catch up, meaning after a while you kind of get to know.
like
a bit
you
about
hit up
us,
that
you
one
know?
friend every
Exactly.
fucking month.
Yeah.
And you're like, yo, what's good, bro? Sorry, I forgot you existed.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling a bit lonely now, so I remembered you
yeah.
conveniently.
And now I'm gonna hit you up again and
Yeah.
and
Let's
pretend
rekindle
to care
this.
about how you are. so
Exactly.
we
Let's
can-
rekindle this for a week
Yeah.
until I feel better about myself, and then I'll
then
continue
I'll leave.
ignoring you
Yeah.
like we used to.
Yeah. So how you been?
Me. We starting with me, huh?
We're starting with you, man.
What has happened? Like, well,
We always start with you.
we swap it. We swap it.
Do we?
Sometimes
fair
I'll
enough.
just ask you right away.
Oh, fair. Yeah. Well,
like,
I'm
"Hey,
asking
what's
you this
good?"
time. How you
No,
been?
that's fair. That's fair. Me, what have I been up to? I've been trying to put my life back together.
I've
say,
noticed.
in order.
I've noticed. Yes,
Yeah.
I've very much noticed that you're being a lot more like
Yeah.
healthy and shit.
Yeah, in a way.
Yeah.
Not really. We got pizza for dinner 2 days ago.
I mean, healthy in a sense of like
Just yeah. Just
you're
in the things
taking
I'm doing.
steps. Yeah.
Yeah. My main thing was trying to get somewhat fit before we go to Japan. So I started off on sort of this workout journey and just like doing exercise, going for runs and stuff like that. And then I thought, okay, maybe I should just manage my diet better. So I started like pre-prepping overnight oats and stuff like that, taking vitamins. And it all kind of stemmed from me realizing like all the fucking advice people used to give when people were in like their early 20s. They're like, this is the time where you're gonna feel young. This is
Yeah.
the time where you gotta keep, get into healthy routines so you can keep it up when you're older.
Yeah.
And I used to be like, yeah, but like I've lazed around for 6 months and then woke up one day and been like, fuck it, I'm gonna start working out. And nothing would happen. Like I'd start working out, my body would feel fine. And it had been a
Yeah.
minute since I worked out. And I tried doing it recently. And I felt something.
Yeah, man.
I felt
yeah.
something slip
Yeah.
away from me. A
Yeah.
bit of the youthfulness, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, that is this the fucking wake up call a lot of the people have, and then they try and like teach younger people to
Yeah.
be more aware of it.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. It's the same with me, except
Yeah.
I haven't taken steps yet.
Yeah. Nah, but you get on that, bro.
Yeah,
Get
for
on
real,
it
for
now.
real, yeah.
But yeah, that kind of like spooked me, and I was like, okay, fuck, I gotta
Lock
set
in,
things
yeah,
straight.
yeah, yeah.
You know. So yeah, I've been on that grind a bit. I want to take it a bit more seriously. but it takes time. So
Yeah, it does,
I've
yeah.
only done like initial baby steps now to kind of show myself like, okay, I can do this. Like if I put my mind to it, I can get on track. And I've seen some good results, so I'm like, okay, fine, I'm gonna keep going.
Good. It's good.
And yeah, hopefully by Japan time, I'm in a bit more of a happier position with my
Yeah.
progress.
That's good, man. That's good.
But that's kind of been me. Like the past 2 weeks has just been focused on that sort of stuff. Thankfully, even work's been slightly better now. Like not as
not for
on my
me, but
mind.
yeah.
Not for you, damn. Wait your turn, bro.
sorry.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah, no, that's me, bro.
Fair enough. Yeah. No, I mean,
All right, thanks for watching.
I was about to praise you and shit. Damn. All right. I don't give a fuck about you, bro.
Yeah. We ops here.
Yeah,
now catching up.
Keep
section.
yapping. Keep yapping. Nobody wanted to hear that.
Nobody
long of a segment,
cares.
bro.
Fuck this segment. Fucking end this episode.
It's my turn now.
Yeah, go ahead. How you been, man?
I've been okay. I've been doing okay. I think I've like been banging in the middle okay. I think work's been getting a bit fucking long again, but I've got a bit more of a handle of it now. And
yeah, I see you getting dick down every evening. You know? It's
kind
bad.
of.
It's bad. Yeah. I see the
Right,
way they
saying that on here when I've got a fucking corporate job, bro. You might need to cut that out. Yeah, I feel like I'm trying to get my life back, but I keep slipping out of my hands. And I think usually it's like getting a handle of a routine has always been something that's so difficult to me. I know routine is great for me. I've seen results by having a routine, but I can never get like a grip on a routine ever. So like I'm trying to get a grip on that and do things and when I'm saying I'll do things, actually go ahead and do them.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a work in progress, but I'm hopefully gonna get to a similar position as my co-host here by the time we need to travel, because we're gonna be doing some hiking, which honestly, the more I think about it, I'm hyped, but I also don't want to do it because I feel like I'm gonna be dead. You know?
Yeah.
So
you will be dead.
If it's like a
I'm gonna kill you.
2 hour hike, it's like,
yeah, we're going uphill. It's up a mountain.
Yeah, I don't want to do it for real. Like,
yeah, if he fucking slows down, best believe I'm leaving him behind.
What the fuck are you talking about,
bro?
No,
we don't carry dead weight around
this
here,
is this is the opposite of what you're meant to do on a fucking hike. This guy's about to go on a hike later this year too.
Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna be hiking Ben Nevis in
Have
Scotland.
you done it before?
No.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
hiking. Yeah, you better get some shoes, man. You better get some good shoes.
I've got plenty. I'm a sneakerhead. I've got plenty of shoes. I just wonder if they're good for walking that long of a distance. I might have to get something. I don't know. I don't really fucking want to buy another pair of shoes right now, but we'll see. Like,
yeah, I mean they thankfully don't cost too much.
Yeah,
you can get one for £30.
Yeah,
decent ones.
Yeah, but you know me. I'm not about to do that. So it's gotta.
Oh, it's gotta be expensive.
No, it's gotta like, cause I'm very particular about my style. So like, I know we're going to Japan, but I still want to wear something.
Bro,
that's
you can hike up a mountain.
functional, yet still looks good. Okay. I don't know. That's just me, man. I can't help it. I just I like good design.
He just likes blowing his bank out.
I'm a sucker for good design. What can I say? Okay.
He likes
if it looks
blowing
good,
his
it
bank out. Say it as it is.
I'd like spending money. Yeah,
yes,
fine. Yeah, I do like spending money.
There we go.
Yeah. But anyway, that's us. That's been us. Hope you enjoyed the episode.
2 weeks worth of catching up condensed into like
man.
fucking 2 minutes.
I haven't really been thinking about how I am recently.
Nah, not really.
So I haven't been like reflective.
And apart from that crazy fucking cheating whatever thing that we saw, like
nothing much has been going on in our lives.
The weather's been great.
Yeah,
and that's
beautiful weather.
Enjoying
So if you do live in the UK, around the south of the UK, you've been experiencing it too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, thank you for listening.
Thanks.
We hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did enjoy it, click the little subscribe button and notification bell here. Somewhere around here,
you don't have to point it out every time. It's fine.
No, but I like doing it. It makes you feel like a YouTuber.
Oh, okay.
Somewhere around here is going to be recommended videos. You can go and watch them. You're gonna actually animate that.
I did the Disney Channel.
Yeah, you're gonna animate that shit.
Maybe. I'll see how.
That shit looks
How
hard as
adventurous I'm
fuck.
feeling.
Wait.
Then you gotta do it bigger. Oh,
You
you're
want-
doing a fucking
okay.
tiny mouse?
No. I'll do it. No, we can do like a proper outro.
Okay.
Or like
We
Oh.
write MYT.
we'll do a Disney Channel outro.
We can't do that. That's fucking.
No, it's not gonna get copyrighted.
I don't know, bro. Disney's on people's asses.
Okay, fine. We'll do an MYT one. Yeah, but thank you for listening. Fuck off. Let me finish the outro.
Well, yeah,
bro.
I'm just doing it. I'm just doing it.
Bro, we gotta do it together,
Oh,
dumbass.
Okay, but we have to do it in reverse.
Why?
Because it's mirrored.
Oh, like yeah.
yeah.
Fine, we'll do that.
Okay.
Wait, let me
Fine,
finish
fine,
the
fine.
damn. I gotta restart the outro now.
Fine,
Fucking
go ahead,
dickhead.
go
All
ahead,
right. Okay. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed, click the little subscribe button down below, like the video, put notification bell on. Tell us what you think of the episode in the comments. We would love to talk to you, and converse with you guys. If you want to follow us, or you can find us at the MYT Pod on X, TikTok, and Instagram. We're also on all your favorite podcast streaming platforms at the MYT Podcast. So you can just search the MYT Podcast on everything, and you can find us there. Yeah. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.